Welcome to the first virtual book fair USA. Now, Katia Juliana presents her book, Gonzalo, 26 días para mi hermano. And Leticia Alba presents her books, El Mundo de Zafira, 1, 2, and 3, presented by Libertad Betancourt. Please, guys, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, all around the world, because this virtual book fair is international. I'm so excited. We have people from different countries, different languages. And in this case, if you don't speak Spanish, stay here. If you don't speak English, stay here, because we are going to have both languages. We have in backstage Luis Palacios, who helped us a lot during the transmission, and we have Manuel Ramos, who is the translator. I'm going to speak in English, and he's going to translate to Spanish and English too. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Alan Morales and Cesar Salvatierra. They are our co-founders in these virtual book fairs. That this is the 8th virtual book fair. Is in United States. Welcome to my country. Welcome to Houston, Texas. My name is Libertad Betancourt. I'm our consultant too, but in this case, I'm a cultural ambassador of writers in Europe and in America, and I am the cultural ambassador and sponsor for the first virtual book fair. This is my 7th fair, and we have 8, and I have been in 7, almost all virtual book fairs. Okay, today we have 2 writers. I'm so excited because they are. I had the opportunity to read a little the biography, and I am so. It touched my heart both because you are a really brave ladies, and the name of them is Alba Leticia. She lives in Austin. I say correctly. And it's a local joke. And we have 2 Alba. Alba, I told you, and Katia. Katia Juliana, she lives in Mexico, and she's from Veracruz, but she lives in the state of Mexico, is really close to Mexico City. Okay, I want that you say, first of all, you say hello to the audience and feel comfortable to say everything that you need to say right now. The turn is for in order of the scream. I'm going to give it the turn to Alba and after Katia. Welcome to this place.
Hi, muchas gracias. Soy Alba Leticia y pues más que nada es un honor estar aquí con ustedes. Gracias por todo lo que hacen por nosotros los autores para dar a conocer nuestros libros y gracias a Comunicación Global Design y pues aquí vamos a estar para ustedes.
De igual manera, muchísimas gracias. Es un honor poder estar aquí compartiendo nuevamente, conociendo nuevas personas y seguir aquí trabajando con nuestros libros. De antemano, pues gracias a Global Design siempre por este apoyo.
Thank you.
Okay, in this case, Alba and Katia said thanks for the opportunity of sharing their books, in this case to Global Design especially, because this is the editorial that is letting them present their books.
Thank you so much. This is a very difficult job, work for me. A job is very complicated. No, I'm just kidding. I love to do that. I love to read stories and talk about the writers. And I have many information. I would like to start not with the traditional presentation, with the traditional form that talk about the story of your life. I want to start asking you one question. The first question is for Katia Juliana. I read your story and I want to know why Gonzalo. Do you have only one brother or you have more brothers? And why you write about Gonzalo and exactly 26 days for your brother? Why this title?
Ok, Katia, Libertad le gustaría saber por qué el nombre de Gonzalo, si tal vez solo tienes ese hermano, tal vez tengas más, y por qué el número 26 en este caso.
Bueno, el nombre de Gonzalo sí efectivamente es de un hermano. 26 días porque fueron los días que desafortunadamente Gonzalo agonizó. Entonces, pues el trabajo de esta persona tan humana y pues se le puso este nombre dedicado a su memoria.
Okay, in this case, Katia says that in this case, Gonzalo was his only one brother, and the number of days, 26, were the days that he was agonizing before to die.
I am so sorry. Your story touched my heart. You were one brother and 8 sisters, right? And you are the fourth place in the family.
Bueno, Katia Libertad nos dice que la historia le toca bastante el corazón y que nos gustaría saber si es que eran 8 las hermanas y solamente el único varón. En este caso, si tú ocupabas la posición número 4.
No, soy la número 4, pero de 9 hermanos y soy la segunda mujer de 4 hermanas. Gonzalo era el número 6 y el número 4 de hermanos. Y bueno,
Okay,
ahora
in this
nada más
case,
quedamos 8 hermanos.
okay, Katia mentions that there are 8 brothers, the 8 sisters and brothers. In this case, she is the second one of 4 ladies, and Gonzalo was the number 6. And they were 4 brothers.
Perfect. Now it's clear for me you didn't write about your brother because he's the only brother. It's because we're 26 days really difficult days, and this is the reason. Okay, thank you for sharing your family. And now is the turn of Alba, please.
Muchas gracias. Ahora nos queda mucho más claro porque el número 26 y también la posición que ocupaba tu hermano Katia. Y ahora vamos a concederle un poco el espacio a Alba.
Anna, you have a very very nice books like Katia too, but your books is fantasy, right? Is fantasy is about a little girl of 10 years who is talking about different adventures, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to ask you, how is Safira the principal character in your stories, and how is Safira? Describe me how is the profile of Safira?
Okay, Alba, if you want, you can do it in English and I translate to Spanish. Okay.
In Spanish is fine.
Okay.
Okay. Zafira. Zafira, el personaje o el perfil de Zafira es una niña que vive en la tierra. Ella es tímida, insegura, muy seria, y de pronto descubre un portal mágico detrás del jardín de su casa que la lleva a un mundo mágico de fantasía donde hay dragones, hay magos, hay brujas, hay elfos y otras criaturas que inventé, más lenguajes que inventé, pero en estas aventuras ella encuentra su propósito y se hace una líder, se convierte en una niña más segura.
Okay, Alba says that in this case, of course, it's a fantastic story related to a little girl of 10 years old, and she finds a magic door. In this case, in the reality, the little girl was a kind of shy and serious, but in the world that she finds, she we start some relations with magicians, dragons, and witches too. And by this way, she starts to develop some abilities, some skills like leadership.
Great, thank you. According to the information that I have, you have 3 or 6 books.
3. Tengo 3 y la misión es sacar 6 publicados porque los tengo escritos ya en libretas los 6. Escribí entre el 2013 al 2016.
Okay, Alba mentions that she has written 6 books and that her objective is to publish all of them, and that she started to write since 2013.
Great. Now the turn is for Katia. Hi, Katia. You are the example. When somebody wants something in life, life is not easy for some people. Life is more complicated. And I think when you were young, it was really difficult, your life, according to the information. And you couldn't go to the school when you were young, but it was not a limit. You started to study when you were 30 something years. I don't remember, 33, 30 something. And you started to study what? The elementary school? And because now it was difficult time for you, but you have a master's degree, you finished the school, and you have many academic awards. But I would like to know in which age you started. How was when you were little?
Ok, Katia, según la descripción que ha ido revisando Libertad, conocemos un poco de tu historia, de que tal vez no hayas podido estudiar a la edad usual, pero que eso no te detuvo y que por el contrario, cuando tuviste oportunidad, empezaste a estudiar. Entonces, cuéntanos a qué edad exactamente fue esto, el inicio de tus estudios, cómo lo sentiste y obviamente qué te ha hecho sentir todo ello.
Bueno, sí, hablando de preparación, desafortunadamente vengo de una familia de extrema pobreza en donde no hubo algún día una unión como debe de ser, no hubo progenitores, entonces nos vimos en la necesidad, pues que teníamos que trabajar muy pequeños. A la
Ok,
edad de
ok.
30 años, fue cuando atravesé una situación muy, muy grave, muy dolorosa también en mi persona, y fue cuando yo reaccioné y fue cuando dije pues que no había hecho ya nada de mí, había tenido que trabajar mucho, y fue cuando entonces empecé a dedicarme de manera profesional. Bueno, sigo hasta la fecha dándome,
We need
y
to
me
make
gusta
a break,
mucho.
Katia. We need to stop because he needs to translate. People, they need to know what you are talking about.
Oh, okay, Katia, 1 minute for making it in English. Okay, in this case, Katia mentions that the situation of her family when he was a little girl was very difficult. They were living in extremely puberty. And after that, they started to work. They weren't parents. And when she was 30 years old, happened a very hurtful and difficult situation. And that's why she reacted and she started to study and to become the professional that she is nowadays.
Continue, Salva. Katia, continues, Katia.
¿Puedes continuar un poquito más si quisieras puntualizar, Katia?
Claro, bueno, estaba yo hablando de lo de mi preparación. Atravesar una situación muy dolorosa, pues me llevó a pensar y realizar lo que siempre había yo deseado, y fue cuando ya tenía yo 30 años, y en ese entonces fue cuando yo empecé a estudiar desde ceros, no tenía yo ni primaria. Entonces, pues ahora afortunadamente tengo una preparación o un trabajo, me dedico a lo que siempre me gustó y siempre quise hacer. Y bueno, pues nada más Gonzalo, todas estas circunstancias, todas estas adversidades desde que nació. Desafortunadamente, pues éramos muchos hermanos y todos los hermanos tuvimos que atravesar diferentes situaciones en las que nos vimos obligados pues a salir adelante, a formar todos esos tropiezos o todos esos adversidades en fortaleza para seguir adelante, para hacer algo de nosotros y llegar a cumplir sueños que en esta forma de, bueno, la situación que se atravesó con Gonzalo, pues desafortunadamente él no llegó a cumplir todos los sueños que tenía pendientes por la situación que se tuvo que atravesar. Y fue también ajena a él. Entonces, sí se tuvieron que atravesar demasiadas situaciones y estas hubo que atravesar, llevó a cabo este trabajo dedicado a esta persona, al protagonista de la historia.
Thank you,
Okay,
Katia. Thank you.
thanks, Katia. In summary, she mentions that all of her sisters and brothers had a very difficult life, and they had to go ahead fighting against many problems to make many dreams come true. But in this case, Gonzalo couldn't do it because he died.
Thank you so much. I love your story. And now I want to talk about a little of Alba Leticia. You can find her in media with that name, Leticia with Y. And she's an industrial engineer. Through her life, she overcome obstacles to achieve her dreams. She is the founder of the platform Mujeres Emprendedoras y con Espíritu. Art Manager is expression of the soul, minds, overcoming limits, visual communities to motivate and inspire others. Establishing herself as a writer, she's a creator of El Mundo de Zafaira, Zafira in Spanish, making her dreams of publishing her first book come true. The world of Zafaira will be told in 3 books full of magic and fantasy. In 2019, the book was part of Texas Book Festival, prestigious national fair dedicated to connecting authors and readers, thus promoting reading. Alba Leticia was born in Longview, Texas, but most of her life was lived in Mexico, where she was inspired for the beginning of the story. She currently lives in Austin, Texas, with her husband and her 2 children. I want to ask you, I love Zafaira. What is the age of your kids, your children, and are in the range of Zafaira 10 years or not?
Mi mayor tiene 12 años, es un niño, y mi pequeña tiene 9 años.
Okay, Alba tells us that the oldest one of her son, he is 10 years old, and the other one, the little girl, is
9.
I don't remember. 9. Okay.
9 years. Oh, fantastic. Zafaira is the sandwich, no? Your kid
Yes.
9 and 12 and is the sandwich. Okay, what is your purpose? What is the main idea that you have about the story? What is the message that Zafaira has for kids in this world? And if it's at the same time, Zafaira is a book out of biography, or is a fantasy, or is a mix? Are you Zafaira?
No. propósito. Primero lo escribí para mis hijos. En ese momento no se me imaginaba para mí o me pasaba por la mente publicarlo. Lo escribí en libretas y era un poco más callada, más seria yo. En el momento que decidí publicarlo, cambió todo porque empecé a moverme, buscar editoriales, todo para hacer posible el primer libro. Y posteriormente, conforme ya yo empecé a cumplir estos sueños, el mensaje vienen muchos ideales, muchos valores, la resiliencia y el amor propio de una niña. Y sí estoy inspirada en mi infancia, pero no es biografía, sino aumento, quito, pongo, imagino, meto y quito en la historia.
Okay, in summary, Alba mentions that the character of Sapphira is created with some details of her biography when she was a little girl, but also she has added some fiction details. So to conclude, she considers that it is like a mix. And of course, what she wants to develop principally are some values and also objectives of this little girl.
Thank you so much, Alba. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alba Leticia. And now my question is for Katia Juliana. I know that the story, at the end of the story, it is not a happy end. It's not a story of Cinderella, Snow White, or the Disney stories. I know it's a really sad story because Gonzalo died, isn't it? I want to know how was Gonzalo and why he died. I don't know if it's going to be a secret, because if you reveal the reason, people, they are not going to buy the book, or you want to share with us how was Gonzalo, just a little.
Ok, Katia, bueno, en este caso Libertad nos dice, nos gustaría saber un poquito más de Gonzalo, de cómo así se suscitó la muerte, o si prefieres guardar este detalle para no spoilear o adelantar lo que viene en el libro, ¿no? Cuéntanos un poco, tal vez, con los detalles a grandes rasgos.
Bueno, sí, yo preferiría guardar ese, pero sí quiero comentarles que este libro se hizo con mucho amor. Se hizo pensar porque los 26 días que se escribió este trabajo, en que se llevó a cabo este trabajo, fueron los 26 días que Gonzalo tuvo que atravesar la peor adversidad de su vida. Él desde muy chico tuvo que atravesar sobre muchas situaciones desgarradoras, de abusos físicos, de todos los abusos que puede tener un niño. Aún así, él siempre luchó por salir adelante, siempre luchó por ser alguien. Desafortunadamente, pues atraviesa esta situación que digo que es ajena porque fue causada por otras personas. Pues
Okay,
aquí en México hay mucha delincuencia, ¿no? Entonces, 26 días para mi hermano está lleno de emociones, donde dominar siempre el dolor y la tristeza. Pero a pesar de toda esta situación, nos va a mostrar la fatalidad que tuvo que vivir el protagonista, pero también nos tiene una invitación que es a vivir al amor, a la reflexión, a seguir adelante sin importar lo que se nos atraviese, a seguir luchando por la vida. Entonces, a pesar de todo este dolor, trae una gran invitación a todo aquel que se acerque a conocer a Gonzalo.
Okay, I want to tell you both that it's very important to make breaks, because if you don't make breaks, if you don't do breaks, people is going to lose your information. It's important to translate all that you are telling, because it's very, very important what you are telling us.
Okay, well, in summary, Katia mentions that...
Could you tell her in Spanish, just to Katia, please?
Ok, Katia y Alba, agradeceríamos mucho que haya ciertos espacios y las ideas no sean tan largas para permitir trasladar y traducir toda la parte importante que nos está mencionando para las próximas preguntas, ¿ok?
Claro.
Okay. Okay. In the case of the description of the book of Katia, she mentions that Gonzalo suffered a lot, that she suffered many abuses, and that his life was very difficult. And in this case, the 26 lives that he has to live, that he has to agonize before to die, were caused because of someone else, because another reasons. And well, it's important to read the book to understand this point.
Something more, Katia?
Algo más tal vez que quisiera puntualizar, Katia.
Primero, más que nada, pues invitarlos a todos que puedan adquirir este libro. Aún se encuentra todavía en amazon.com.mx. Como les comento, a pesar de toda esta tragedia, es un libro pues lleno de amor que nos va a ayudar a la sanación, a la fortaleza y a seguir luchando por todos esos sueños que nosotros siempre planeamos, a no quedarnos ahí, a seguir adelante.
Oh, okay, Katia mentions that this book, that her book, is going to help us to go ahead, to get stronger against the difficulties of the life, and to continue fighting.
Thank you so much. I am pretty sure that your brother, he feels so happy of you, and you are an example for many ladies, and of resilience, and that life you can do whatever you want. And I send you a big hug, and thank you for telling us, sharing with us this beautiful and at the same time sad story. I'm so sorry about your loss.
Ok, Katia, te agradecemos mucho que nos compartas esta historia, nos parece hermoso, sentimos que tu hermano debe estar muy orgulloso y a la vez feliz, y gracias a ambas también en este caso por ser mujeres muy resilientes y que nos enseñan que la vida tiene que continuar a pesar de las dificultades.
Thank you so much. And now, Alba, we don't have many minutes because I can't believe it. Time passed really quickly. Flight has won. And I want that you give it to us a message about, in general, the book, why I have to buy your books and where can I find it, and why you decided, if you speak English because you live in Austin, why you decided to write in Spanish.
Claro que sí. Lo pueden encontrar en mi página web, www.albaleticia.com, y en Amazon. Mi primer lenguaje, aunque haya yo nacido aquí en Estados Unidos, me espero a que Manuel traduzca.
Alba, muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Okay, Alba says that we are going to find her book in her website, www.albabautista.com, albaleticia.bautista.com, and also in Amazon. We are going to find her book in Amazon. And well, she's explaining that her first language is the Spanish. However, she was born in the United States.
Sí, viví la mayoría de mi vida en México. Aquí estaba pequeñita cuando me llevaron, y se me hace muy importante conservar. Mis hijos son bilingües, me gusta que hablen los dos idiomas, por eso también decidí hacerlo en español.
Okay, thank you very much, Alba. She mentions that also her children are bilingual, that she has spent some time in Mexico too when she was a little girl, so she considers that it is important to maintain the culture of both places or countries.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I couldn't read a lot about the biography of Katia, but she told us about a little. But I want to read one of the comments that I have. Somebody did it for her book. I have 3 comments, but I'm going to read only one. I'm going to read Gonzalo, 26 days for my brother is a memory dedicated to a human being hungry to live. It is undoubtedly a strong life lesson. You can see the author's love for her brother Gonzalo. Damian Moses Torres Hernandez, sales manager, Gap. This is one of the persons that write about your book. I have more information, but not time. I really appreciate, I'm so curious about to read your stories, and I'm sure people, it touched the hearts of many people, and they are going to buy the books today, I'm pretty sure.
Ok, no tenemos mucho tiempo para continuar, pero agradecemos a ambas la participación que han tenido y de seguro que a la audiencia le va a ser muy interesante leer sus libros. Nos gustaría que tal vez ambas nos mencionen un poco de sus redes sociales y también dónde podemos encontrar el libro. Katia, tal vez podríamos empezar contigo.
Claro que sí. Pueden ver el libro en amazon.com.mx. Mis redes sociales en Facebook, estoy con Katia Texon. Mi página, Katia Texon, Venciendo la Adversidad. Son las redes en las que podrían encontrarme y encontrar más información sobre este libro.
Okay, Katia says that we are going to find her book in Amazon, and also we are going to find her in Facebook, and also in her website as Katia Texon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all our followers that they are connecting right now in Facebook and in different platforms. Thank you because we know in some places, in some countries, it's really late, in others, really early. Thank you for being here. Especially thank you, Alba. Thank you, Katia, because you are incredible ladies. You are great women, and you are the inspiration for many, many people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for Luis Palacios for this impeccable transmission. And thank you so much, Manuel Ramos, for this professional and enthusiastic and very, very elegant translation. Thank you.
Muchas gracias a todas
Gracias,
y nuevamente
gracias.
recargarles que son inspiración. Your inspiration, ladies. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Un
Thank
honor,
you.
muchísimas gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Manuel, for the interpretation. Thank you, Libertad, for the brilliant interview. And thank you, Alba Leticia and Katia, for this wonderful presentation. This is the first virtual book fair. See you later.
Bye-bye.